Today's tale is another superlative story from Emily Gravett called Cyril and Pat. There's Cyril. He is, you can guess by the tail, a squirrel, Cyril the squirrel. And over here, that jolly face there, sat in a discarded takeaway dish of noodles, is Pat. And can you guess what animal he is? Yes, can you see his skinny tail? Yes, he is a rat. Pat the rat and Cyril the squirrel. But you'll see there's a mystery in this story about whether or not Cyril realises what kind of animal Pat is. So, thank you to Macmillan and Twohoots for letting me read this story. Let's get stuck in. Oh, and look, they're holding hands. They've got such beautiful, happy smiles on their face. And you can see definitely here that Pat is a rat and Cyril is a squirrel, and they look like they are good friends. But it didn't start out like that. Where are we? What a luscious green park that is set in the grey city. It looks like perhaps it could be London. That could be Big Ben and St Paul's Cathedral. The grey cityscape given relief by this luscious green park with colourful flowers and a lake with ducks on it, dogs being walked, and a playground with swings and a slide. Looks like a lovely park. Oh, but there's Cyril, languishing on a branch. That face does not look happy. Lake Park only had one squirrel, all alone and sad. Poor Cyril. Until the morning he met Pat, his new best friend, a big grey. Now wait for it. You think I'm going to say rat, don't you? Because that rhymes with Pat and this is a rhyming book with rhyming words. But no. This book teases you. His new best friend, a big grey. Ah, squirrel, just like me. So Cyril assumes that Pat is a squirrel. Now Pat does not say any different. And they are a similar size and a similar colour. And hey, he's being friendly. So that's how we continue. Look at him, he's all grubby. Now this is a whole series of adventures. Look, there they are on a skateboard. And that, well, that's a Punch and Judy show. And there they are on the stage with the puppeteer escaping with the crocodile. And over here, what's happening? 1, 2, 3 discarded coffee cups, and Cyril's looking after one. Ah! Did you spot that tail? And here are a bunch of sleeping pigeons. We'll find out about that in a minute. So, Pat and Cyril spent each day thinking up good games to play. They like to put on puppet shows and test how fast a skateboard goes. Whee! Their favourite games were hide and seek. That's what they're playing there. So Pat must be hiding under that one. And one that they called Pigeon Sneak. Shh. 1, 2, 3, and boo! Look at that. They've scared off all the pigeons. Look, and they're flown away so fast that all their feathers have fallen down. Now, they've had a good laugh, but that pigeon does not look so happy.
Huh, cool. Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is not like you? Your friends are... real
joker! Ha! I don't think that's what the pigeon was going to say, was he? But look, there's Pat, and he's got one of the feathers, and he's tickling Cyril. Now, what's happening next? We've got the lake and the ducks, and this couple are feeding the ducks some bread. Oh, and there is Pat with a bit of bread in his mouth. At lunchtime, when the ducks were fed, Pat jumped in and took some bread.
Quack, quack. Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is not like you? Your friends are...
What's he going to say?
Your friends are...
Brilliant sharer! I don't think that's what the duck was going to say, but he is a brilliant sharer. Look, there he is. He's still dripping wet and he's given himself a kind of makeshift towel, and he's got the bread and he's sharing it with Cyril. Oh, now we've got an aerial view of the park. And here's the dark grey city on the outside. That definitely looks like St Paul's Cathedral. And there's a kind of dotted line, or 3 different coloured lines going through the park. It's like a map of where the 3 have been running. So the blue dotted line is Slim the dog, woof woof. The yellow dotted line is Pat, and the red dotted line is Cyril, and this is their path running through the park. And when they both got chased by Slim, woof, 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 together they outwitted him. I wonder how they did that. Look, that's how they outwitted him. They've made it so that Slim chases them round a tree, round and round, and gets himself tangled up and stuck with the tree.
Ruff, ruff. Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is not like you? Your friends are...
Clever squirrel, and you can't catch us. Na, 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 na. Shouted Cyril. And look, you can see Pat up there is even sticking his tongue out. Aren't they cheeky? Now, what about this picture? There's a mum, and look, she's feeding Cyril a peanut from her hand, and her son, the little boy, he's got his arms around her leg. Oh! Now, Pat tried to learn to earn a treat like Cyril could by looking sweet. But no one threw a treat for Pat. Mum, I saw a great big... What's he going to say? A great big rat! Rat? Oh my goodness. Cyril has realised, finally, that his friend Pat is not a squirrel. Look, he was about to share his peanuts. Well, can't he be friend with a rat? You know, they've been having lots of fun up until now, but...
Coo. Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is nothing but a dirty rat?
Oh, well, he is a bit grubby and he's trodden in some chewing gum there.
Quack, quack. Oh, can't you see that your friend Pat is nothing but a thieving rat?
Well, he has stolen a bit of bread, but, you know, he needs to eat too.
Puff, puff. Oh, Cyril, can't you see it? Facts are facts. Squirrels can't be friends with rats.
Well, why not? Why can't squirrels and rats be friends? Humans and dogs are friends. Lots of different animals are friends. I don't know why they're telling him off so much. Well, Squirrel takes that on board, and look, there he is. On his own with the puppet show, but he's being bitten by the crocodile. And he's tried to catch his own bread, but the duck has caught him. And he's trying to play hide and seek on his own, but peck, peck, peck. Caw, caw. Pigeons have got him, and oh dear, when he's on his own on the skateboard, crash, bang, wallop, he's bumped into the lamppost and broken it. Cyril, now back on his own, tried to play their games alone. Didn't work, did it? But when he tried to outrun Slim, ruff, 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 things didn't go so well for him. Oh no, on his own he can't outwit Slim. Look, there he is. He's being chased around the pond and on the slide. Past the pond and down the slide. No time for him to try and hide. Cyril ran out of the park and into the city. Quick, get out of the way of the car. The car's coming. Cyril. And into the dark. Oh no, he's in the dark grey city now. And there's Slim, he's got him all on his own. He doesn't know what to do in the city. He's a park squirrel. All alone and scared. Poor Cyril.
Puff, puff, puff. Not quite alone, you stupid squirrel. And not so brave without that rat.
Oh my goodness, this is scary. He's growling and gnashing his teeth, and look, Cyril's trying to protect himself with his tail.
Yes, not so brave without that rat.
Do you mean me? Said Pat. Ta-da! He saved the day. Look at it. It's Pat. But not just Pat, and a whole army of rats here to protect Cyril. Now, I love the difference. Look at Slim's face there. It's like, arr, arr. I'm scared now. He's regretting having been like this the page before. Look at him. He was there. He's all aggressive and mean. And now, he's got his tail between his legs, and I hope he's about to run off. Look at all these rats. Lots of them looking really fiercely, menacingly at Slim. And some of them still just having fun over the other side. And this guy's in a roller skate, and he's in a jam jar with a bit of jam on his mouth. I love this picture. I could spend ages looking at this picture. But let's carry on with the story. Oh, well done, Pat. Hurrah! And look. Lake Park still only has one squirrel. But he is not alone. Now Cyril lives with a huge grey rat, his brave and clever best friend, Pat. They've made it up. They don't care that they're different animals. They know that they get on and look out for each other. And look, they've both got a daisy in their hands and they're picking off the petals. And there's a beautiful sunset over the city. And I don't know if you can see down there, it's quite small. Running around the lake is Slim the dog pulling the roller skate that we saw in that other picture with a couple of rats in it. It's like he's giving them a ride. He seems like Slim's actually made friends with a rat too. Oh, a happy ending. Yes, I think there's many ways and places you can find friends, people and animals who are different to you. And that's the very end. There we go. And if you like this Emily Gravett book, I've made other videos of her wonderful stories. I've made a video of Tidy, which is also set in a kind of park forest. And there's The Odd Egg and Monkey and Me and Blue Chameleon. And I hope to make some more of her books. I love Emily Gravett. Thank you for watching.